In today's video, I got the platinum for Beat Saber. Before we get into it, I would like to mention Beat Saber is an 8 out of 10 difficulty and takes 30 hours to complete with only one playthrough. It also has a total of 27 trophies. For those of you who don't know what Beat Saber is, it's a game where you just listen to music. No fucking shit. And you have to match the cubes with the direct saber in a certain direction. That's pretty much all the game is, but later on in the levels, it ends up getting insanely difficult. Anyways, to start off the trophy collection journey, I ended up going into the campaign first just to get that out of the way. I also just want to mention real quick, I already had 2 trophies going into this, so I technically only have to do 25. These first 2 missions on the campaign were really simple, and it was technically just showing me how to play the game. But those super easy and free levels didn't last very long, because on the 3rd level, I'd get a minimum score of 50,000 in order to beat it. I don't know if they thought this would be a challenge or something, but I ended up finishing the level with like a combo of 200 and I had 180,000 score, which I pretty much tripled what I needed. Anyways, beating a level got me my first trophy, which was get a combo of 50 on any medium difficulty. And then the campaign stepped up the difficulty again, where I'd get a score of 100,000 to actually beat the level. This one was actually really close because I was like 3,000 score away on the last like 10 note blocks that were on the level. And then I ended up seeing in the trophy list I had to beat this tutorial to get a trophy, so I just went back and did it real quick. After doing that super long and painful tutorial, I ended up getting a trophy, "Are you ready?" for beating it. And little did I know, I was nowhere near ready. After that, I jumped into the crab rave level and I just decided to go for the hard trophy. This trophy had you get a combo of 100 or more on any hard difficulty. And as you can tell, I was really struggling to get this trophy for some reason. Once I finally ended up getting to the end of the song, I had a full combo and I had like 300,000 score, and I ended up getting the trophy from it. Right after I beat that level, I turned off my PlayStation because it was 1:50 in the morning. And then going into the second day, right after I got home from school, I started playing. And the campaign added another feature where I can only miss 3 blocks or get 3 bad cuts. And just in case you're wondering what the bad cuts means, it means I'm not hitting where the arrow is, or I'm hitting the block with the wrong color. Or just to cut it short, they're just making it even more annoying to beat the level. Oh my god! And then pretty much the next 3 levels ended up being the same thing. Score, don't miss, don't get bad hits. It was all the same. Then this next level, I had to get a combo of 50 while the arrows on the blocks were disappearing. Somehow I ended up doing this first try. I must just be that good at the game.
Stop the cap.
So the next like 20 levels in the campaign ended up being the exact same thing. So just so I don't bore you to death, I ended up just doing a bunch of missions. I got 3 trophies. The first trophy I got is called Memory, where the arrows will disappear as they come towards you. So by the time they actually reach you, the arrow's not there completely and you just have to memorize where it was.
No fucking shit.
My second trophy I ended up getting was called Faster, where all it did was play the level like 10% faster. It just gave me a little more score. It was pretty boring. And the third trophy I got was called Special, which I'm 90% sure the game was just straight up calling me stupid here. And I wouldn't be surprised, that's probably how I looked the way I was swinging my arms around.
That's what I'm saying.
So I ended up doing like 10 more levels of the copy and paste campaign, and I ended up getting 2 trophies. The first trophy was for doing 30 missions in the campaign, which was about halfway through the whole thing. And the second trophy was for getting 10,000 good hits. By this point, I was really good at just flowing and flinging my arms around, so that's probably why they called me special. In this next mission, I wasn't allowed to miss any blocks or I would instantly fail the mission. And for some reason, this took me like an hour and a half to do alone. No, seriously, this took me way too long to do. And then on this attempt, I decided to walk in and I ended up beating it, but I got really nervous because I almost messed up towards the end here. Beating the level ended up getting me a trophy for having the 1 life multiplier turned on. And then the very next mission was the exact same thing, but for some reason even easier. And then this level really just made me wanna... I had to move a minimum of 300 meters, but I couldn't go over 400, and if I missed over 4 note blocks, I failed the level. And then a new game mode got introduced to me where I only have 4 lives, so no matter how I miss or mess up a note block, I only get 4 chances. Once I beat this level, I ended up getting a trophy called the Charge Modifier. And then the rest of the levels in the campaign were the exact same thing, so I ended up getting a trophy for beating it, and then a trophy for beating all the missions. As much as I hate to say it, the campaign was the easiest part of this game for all the trophies. But now I'm just gonna straight up go for the hardest trophy in the entire game. It's where you have to go on expert level and get SS rank. If you don't know what SS rank is, it's where you have to hit every single note block perfectly without missing. I ended up going with the song Beat Saber because it's the easiest song in the game for this challenge. Even though it's the easiest song in the game for this challenge, it still took me several attempts and it took me about over an hour and a half of real time of just repeating it. Once again, it was super late, so I just ended up giving up and going to bed for the night. I don't know what happened, but the next day something like clicked and I ended up doing it first try. It gave me 2 trophies, one for getting SS rank and then the other one for not missing a single block on on expert. Next I went for the trophy that's a little bit of a grind. I have to do 15 hard mode maps and not miss a single note while also getting S rank. Not gonna lie, the first few maps were really easy, but when it came down to the last like 5, I really did not know which ones to do. After a few hours of just nothing but beating levels and just kind of flying through it, I eventually did go on to get the trophy. Once I ended up beating that level, I got 2 trophies. One for not missing a block on hard 15 times, and the second one was for getting S rank on hard. I know I didn't show a lot of footage, but let me tell you, that took way too long to do. The next trophy I decided to go for is called Focus, where I had to get a 500 hit combo in an expert level. This took me a lot of attempts, but eventually I did end up getting it. These next 2 trophies were one of the hardest trophies I've ever had to get. I had to get a full combo on expert difficulty while also getting S rank on 15 different levels. I can't describe to you how long this took me. I ended up doing the first 3 levels just fine, but after that I was struggling to find a level where I could easily just do it without having to keep like redoing them. I got so desperate I ended up buying the Imagine Dragons and the Green Day bundle, so please subscribe. It's gonna help me a lot because I'm poor. And you might think you're subscribed, but you're actually not, because 100% of you are not subscribed to my channel right now. On one of the levels I was doing, I only had like 10 seconds left of the song, and I ended up missing one of the note blocks. Oh my god! Eventually I just came up with my own strategy, or if I ended up missing one of the blocks and I still had an S rank, I would just finish the level anyways. This strategy ended up working really well, because if I didn't get S rank, I would just go for the full combo, and if not, I would just restart. I generally think if I went for S rank and got the full combo on the same level, it would have took me like an extra 10 hours to get both the trophies. And also, for some odd reason, I had a lot more trouble with the full combo trophy than getting the S rank, even though the S rank is supposed to be the harder trophy. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, I changed the color of my Sabers because I blamed me doing bad on those. So I changed them a lot throughout these clips. Anyways, after I beat that Green Day song I was stuck on for a few hours, I finally got the trophy for getting all the S ranks. Immediately after I got that, I jumped straight back into the game and I started going for the full combo trophy. I will be honest with you guys, I kind of cheesed it and I put it on the 30% slower mode just so it'd be a lot easier for me to do. And then the next trophy I got for completing an Imagine Dragons one, it was just clear 100 levels. And then these last 3 trophies in the game were super grindy. One of them I had to travel 1,000 kilometers with my hands. The second trophy I had to get a total of 100 million score, and the third trophy I had to get a 24-hour playtime. I couldn't really think of a strat for the 100 km trophy, so what I did was just play somewhat long levels while just moving my hands a lot. I ended up playing for several hours before I actually got any of it done. After about 4 or 5 hours of this constantly playing levels, I finally ended up getting the trophy. And then for the 100 million trophy, I can't even tell you how long this took. I probably played over 11 hours of just the same song over and over trying to get it. One thing I did to make this level a lot easier was play Angel Voices on 8% faster speed, and I was averaging about 800 to 950k score a game. After repeating this God knows how many times, I ended up getting the trophy. The last trophy I went for was the 24-hour playtime trophy, and I'm not gonna lie, I just AFK'd songs until I eventually got it, and then once I got the trophy, I ended up going straight to the platinum. This game also took me a total of 30 hours to platinum. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll have a new video out sometime soon.